You've got this killer idea, something you've poured your heart and soul into, and now you need the cash to make it real. Well, the one thing standing between you and that investment is a slide deck. And in the crazy, high-stakes world of startup pitching, that deck has to be absolutely perfect.
So why all the pressure? Well, look at this number. 3 minutes and 44 seconds. That is the average amount of time an investor will spend looking at your deck. That's it. It's less time than it takes to brew a cup of coffee. You don't have time to build up to anything. You have to land the punch, and you have to do it fast.
And just to make it even tougher, the competition is, well, it's insane. For every 100 pitches an investor sees, they say no to almost 99 of them, a 1% success rate. So your pitch deck isn't just some presentation, it's your one shot to prove you're that 1%.
To get that yes, you gotta think like an investor. They're not just passively listening to your grand vision. No, they are actively running you through a mental gauntlet, a checklist that's designed to weed out bad fits as fast as humanly possible. Your job is to know that checklist inside and out and give them exactly what they're looking for.
Now, this is where so many founders mess up. They try to be clever. They try to stand out with some really creative or weird structure. Bad idea. All that does is make it harder for the investor to find the answers they need, which gives them a super easy reason to toss your deck in the no pile. Trust me, clarity and a predictable structure are your secret weapons here.
So what is this magic structure? Well, it's a proven 10-slide blueprint that pretty much every investor on the planet expects to see. And this isn't just a random list, okay? It's a narrative. It's designed to tell a powerful story.
Think of these first few slides as the opening act. You introduce your company. You introduce the big bad villain, the problem you're solving. Then you bring in the hero, your solution, and you set the scene by describing the world it all lives in, the market, your traction so far, and of course, the incredible team that's going to make it all happen.
And this is how you start. Airbnb's intro slide is famous for a reason. It's just so simple. Book rooms with locals rather than hotels. Boom. In one single sentence, with zero jargon, everybody gets it. This has to be your goal. If they're confused on slide 1, you've probably already lost. Now let's look at the opposite. Peloton sells happiness. Look, maybe that works if you're already a huge famous brand. But if you're an unknown startup, this tells an investor absolutely nothing. It's fluffy, it's vague, and it makes them do the hard work of figuring out what you actually do. And that is a huge sin when you've only got 3 minutes and 44 seconds.
Okay, on to the problem slide. Revolut did this brilliantly. They didn't just state a problem, they made you feel it. Because spending money abroad does suck. It's expensive, it's a hassle, and the fees are sneaky. By using powerful emotional language and clear visuals, they make the problem feel urgent and real. You want the investor to literally nod their head and say, "Yeah, I hate that."
And naturally, after you've set up the problem, it's time for your heroic solution to swoop in. But listen, this is not the place to just list out every single feature you've built. It's about communicating your unique value. Why is your way the one that's going to win? It has to be simple to understand, it has to be scalable, and it has to be truly unique. So once you've set the stage and told that initial story, it's time to prove it. This is the part of the pitch that really separates the dreamers from the people who are actually going to build something huge. This is where you use cold, hard data to make your story not just compelling, but completely believable.
Let's go back to Airbnb for a second. Look at how they handled their business model. They didn't just say, "Hey, the travel market is big." No way. They broke it down. They showed their math. Their goal was to capture just 15% of the market they could realistically serve to hit over $2 billion in revenue. It was a massive, audacious goal, but because they grounded it in real numbers, it actually felt possible. You know, the number one reason startups fail is because they build something nobody actually wants. Your traction slide is your shield against that fear. It is the hard, empirical evidence, the proof that you are building something that real people will pay for. For an early-stage company, this might be the single most important slide in your entire deck. So what does good traction even look like? Well, the big accelerators like Y Combinator, they look for about 15% growth, month after month. Now that might not sound like a lot at first, but this chart shows you the magic of compounding. That slow, steady growth suddenly explodes into an exponential curve. That curve is what gets investors to sit up and pay attention. Next up, competition. And here's a golden rule. Never, ever, ever say you have no competition. It immediately tells an investor one of two things. Either you haven't done your homework or there's no market for your idea. Both are bad. The point of this slide is to show that you get the landscape and to clearly show, visually, where you win. A simple chart like this is perfect. And finally, you have to get to the point. The Ask slide. It has to answer 3 questions, and it has to be crystal clear. 1. How much money are you raising? 2. What specific goals will you hit with that money? And 3. How long will that money last you? Be specific. No vague answers here. Okay, so we've built the perfect deck. Now let's quickly talk about how not to blow it. There are a handful of really common mistakes, rookie errors, that can get even a great pitch an instant no. Let's just run through them so you can steer clear of these traps.
On the do side, it's pretty simple. Keep it clean. Large fonts, short sentences. Tell a story, don't just dump facts on them. Use strong visuals. Charts are your friend. Practice your pitch until you can do it in your sleep. And you'd be surprised how many people forget this. Please include your contact details.
And the don'ts are arguably even more important. Don't cram your slides with text walls. It's a visual aid, not a novel. Like we said, don't get cute with the structure. Stick to the formula. Don't claim you have no competitors. And please, do your research. Don't pitch investors who don't even work in your industry. It's a waste of their time and your time.
And there you have it. That's the blueprint. It's the framework for a pitch deck that gets investors to lean forward, to get excited, and to see the massive, world-changing potential in what you're building. You've got less than 4 minutes and just 10 slides to tell a story that could be worth $1 billion. So the only question left is, what will yours say?